is exactly where we're meant to be. Raise 'em up, let your voice be heard, stand your ground, every single word. Truth runs deep and love runs strong. If you've been searching, you belong. Through every blessing, every fire, we'll keep chasing what is right. This ain't just a podcast anymore. It's a family worth fighting for. Welcome to the show. Hey, let's chase the truth.
Never
Hello,
gonna give
governors.
you up. Never gonna let you down.
Oh, Lord, she's still on replay, y'all. She's getting rickrolled over there. Hey, everybody. Sorry, I didn't expect the cough to last that long, so everybody start off with a pump. I'm dying over here. My good one took a dump in the river on our camping trip, so we're back to old faithful, which is the coughing. Welcome, everybody.
Welcome to our show. Don't ask me why I'm singing everything today.
She's been on a singing trip this afternoon. We've been talking about music, and she got music on the brain.
Everybody's making music. Why not? Why not? Let's do it. Let's go.
I switched up the intro a little bit. Did you see that? It's more Joan
I
Jett.
I didn't hear it. I can't hear anything on this phone.
You're on a different device.
Mhm.
Do we not have audio?
Can 5x5? Who can you not hear?
Daniel says we have no audio.
Not here.
Can you hear us? Hello, hello, hello.
5x5, guys, if you can hear us.
Tell us something. I don't think we're getting anything, so maybe they can't hear us. Why are they not hearing us?
I don't know. Should we refresh?
Oh, wait.
Oh, audio is fine.
Okay, Kent's hearing us. Maybe Daniel just needs to turn his speakers on. Now working. He probably didn't have the button on. He's good for that. Okay, everybody, you can hear us. We got Kent, Diane, Miss Kay, Daniel's in the house.
I can read your messages today because I have it in a different angle and format. So, yeah.
Hot dog. There we go. I'll put them on screen too. I put them on screen, guys, because when people come back to rewatch it later and they're listening to us talk, we'll go to talking to y'all, and I'm sure they get lost. Like, what in the HE double hockey sticks are they talking about? Because we'll just stop mid conversation and go to talking with y'all, and I'm sure people get lost. So we're gonna put them back on the screen again because the viewership's picking up. It's not just us anymore. So while you're here, go down, hit the like, hit the subscribe. We ain't making jack squat off of this, and we on the struggle bus. You can buy us a coffee. Links down below. But let's get to it. How's the weather on the West Coast, Miss Shannon?
Oh, it's pure Hades out there.
I agree. We had this beautiful rainy weather. It still stayed cool last week. And today, you could fry eggs on my driveway again. Couldn't even go outside to smoke. And that's never a good day when my smoking is limited.
It's hot when I wear shorts.
Yes,
I do not. I'm not even a tank top person. I like to be covered, but I will die if I'm covered. That says a lot.
It's very, very warm here. Well, today, folks, we have many subjects as usual to cover. As you saw from the cover, Shannon is driving the dragon and I'm riding, so she gets to push the buttons on the dragon. But we've been,
because it's not actual technical buttons.
Yeah, if it was a robot, she's not driving.
No,
she'd short it out. We have been searching through mythical monsters, and the joke is out there like all of the conspiracy theories we thought about were true. The only thing we have left is dragons and flat earth. Well, guess what? Both of those are true too. So what we're going to talk about now? I mean, that's just where we're at. If they said right, go left.
Question.
Yes.
Have you heard of the guy Nick? I can't remember his last name. I think it starts with an S. But this guy for the last several years, like since 2020, he and his family members all claim to be real vampires, and they like show videos with their teeth coming out and their eyes glowing and all of this stuff. And I just kind of recently just looked it up, and it's very interesting, I'm
Nick
curious.
Torres.
Yeah, I'm curious if this is AI warranted or some kind of filter, or if he's for real. I mean, I know there's another guy out there who is a screenwriter and stuff, who also has come out and shown his fangs and talked about things about being a real vampire, and it's seemingly coming out a little more and more often. And I'm just curious because we've talked about the lore of the vampires, and that of course they're real, because we're pretty sure good old Satan's hemorrhoid was one of them, or is one of them.
It
To-
says he is known for his um widely known for a viral long-running comedy and horror style fictional series where he playfully pretends that he and his family are real life vampires. So it's all a skit. So it says. But
so
we
it's
never know what part of that skit is conditioning.
Well, see, and that again something that the AI consensus is telling you, because they say it is 100% legit. I don't know. I personally know that vampires are real, but I'm just curious as to
Well,
how
we know that these blood sucking pedophiles are out there and they ain't got to have fangs to be vampires. I mean, the E-Man's files tell you that alone. So this right here, I'm telling you, stuff like this is just conditioning. It's just like Twilight and
they
Interview with a
do.
Vampire, Lost Boys. It's just like everything else to get you more accustomed and lose the shock value.
And glamorizing it. A
Hmm.
lot of it is glamorizing it. There's always a romance
Oh yeah.
to vampirism. Even back in the Nosferatu days, when the creature looked hideous, there was still this whole romantic thing going on. And it's like, it has a lot to do with how they work their black magic to lure you in, I'm sure, but it is romanticized quite heavily. I mean, back in the 90s, you know, there was a huge uptick on the vampire wannabe stage, Trust me, I know. I was super into the goth scene back in the day. And I mean, I even have a friend who made actual legit real vampire things for movies, and I had a set made when I worked Not Scary Farm, because I didn't want to wear the stupid Hot Topic, you know, honking things. As I was just like, nah, I'm just gonna slip it in and it's gonna be subtle and easy. But it's like there was just this huge uptick in the 90s, especially just this romanticism of vampirism. I mean, what is it? Interview with the Vampire comes out with literally all the top, hot supposed dudes of the time to make sure you all come in and check it out. And of course, I remember Oprah said she left in the middle of it because she was so grossed out by the noises. And we're like, whatever, you're a vampire.
She's one of the queens.
Right? But like Nollins, right? Then just like had this huge uptick in tourism because of all that. And everybody knows it's like if you are going to come across a real vampire, it's going to be there. You know
All
what I
right.
mean?
All right. Well, now let's put a piece of history with that. See, we done got sidetracked again, guys. We're gonna put a piece of history with that. We know.
Monsters.
Hang on, I'm cutting the camera off because I got to go over here and look crazy looking through spreadsheets. We know that in particular parts of the country, America, the way that it was settled by prisoners. They would actually, their prisons were overcrowded and they would send people over here. And where was it we were looking at the other day? It was Ireland. That they actually took the prisoners and married them to a prostitute to get rid of them and sent them down to Louisiana. So let's see if what we got on monsters. No, there's nothing over here on in our monster sheet on vampire type because we don't have anything from the French area of Europe.
Well, I mean, it's fascinating, right? Because there's more and more people that are coming out saying either they're vampires or they can live forever because they're something else. It's coming out more and more, and especially with some famous people. And I'm curious, is like, is this part of the planned conditioning? Which that's the bandwagon I'm on, right? Or is this like, oh shoot, people are starting to catch on. Maybe we should, say something and just roll with it. But I, of course, am on the first bandwagon myself. I just like to pose questions.
Well, and if you'll notice, there's always a repetitive cycle in television because, like, when we were kids, we had the Lost Boys. And then when we're a little bit older, there's Interview with the Vampire. Then when we get a little bit older, which they're trying to grab the next generation, they start with the Twilight thing and the books. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I've probably seen Twilight 55 times. Like, I loved me some Twilight. I don't know. Okay, Twilight come out when I was on the listen, Linda, listen with that look on your face. I was taking a lot of drugs. This is when they had me on that mega dose of Effexor, the SSRI, and I had the personality of cardboard. I watched Twilight over and over and over
You
again.
just got distracted by the sparkles. That's
It
it.
was the sparkle.
What happened?
It was the
That's
sparkle.
what it is. That's why I think that's why I got so pushed away because I'm from, the Lost Boys Interview with the Vampire realm. And then I was like, sparkle vampires, come on. Like, come on.
Yeah, but see,
Whatever.
even in the story, he's the good guy who comes in to save her and she beats all the odds and whatever. But I am going to tell you, my ex husband knew how much I loved that movie, and he actually won me the shoes that Bella's mother wore in the wedding scene on an auction. However, I did set them on fire in anger. They're no longer with us, they are deceased. Listen, when you leave a relationship, you should burn it down. Like, just burn all of the past so you don't keep looking at it. And they were just in with a couple of hundred other pairs of shoes that I set ablaze to remove that part of my history. Yep. Sometimes you just got to set it on fire. But anyway, guys, fire is fun. Fire is good for you if you actually stare into fire. It's healing. It's kind of like being next to the ocean. But we have been down the mythical monster, and we keep trying to cross-reference this because we know through cultures the same monsters are told about over and over. Well, then when you go and reference these same monsters, hey Don, in the Bible, those monsters are spoken of in the Bible. So maybe they're not as mythical as you think they are. And the first one we're going to start with is a dragon. Because if you take, all right, now we're going to use a chicken as an example. If you take a naked chicken and you stand him up on his haunches like you fixing to shove a beer can up his bootay and grill him on the grill after you have patted him down with all his wonderful seasoning, and hopefully you had marinated him in a salt bath the night before for seasoning. But if you look at that bird and them little wings sticking out, now I want you to take a T-Rex skeleton and lean it back. And I want you to take an ostrich Lean it back. Look at that ostrich and that chicken and them two little things out there, and you will soon figure out that them was not little legs. Those are not T Rex arms. I have T Rex arms. Those are not T Rex arms. Those were the cartilage nubs for his wings. And it specifically tells you in the beginning of said Bible, in Genesis, and where is it at? Because I had it pulled up 27 minutes ago. Genesis 1:21 is the first time in the Bible that it mentions dragons, and it mentions them over and over and over again. They are mentioned in Bel and the Dragon, but they're in all right, the books of the Bible that have explicit dragon references. Genesis, Deuteronomy, Nehemiah, Job, Psalms, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Micaiah, and Malachi, and Revelations use the word dragon. So 2,000 years ago, the name for T Rex was dragon. Why did we change T Rex's name? We changed it to hide something, like they've done with everything else.
Well, and they use the dragon in many coat of arms. There's a whole huge lore about dragons when it comes to Great Britain and King Arthur and Merlin. As a matter of fact, the way Merlin became Merlin was there was this king that took over and decided he was going to build his kingdom on this land that he picked out. But every morning he'd wake up and the wall was destroyed. And he was thinking, someone's attacking us in the middle of the night. But this kid comes out and he says, you know, let me dig, let me look in the ground, and there's something going on with it. The king says, okay, whatever. He allows them to dig it up, and there is a big giant pool of water where two dragons lay. One is red, one is white. There's this whole thing where the dragons wake up because they see the boy is looking at them, and of course the king and his men are supposedly seeing this at the same time, and the white dragon, which seems to be overpowering, and him battle each other, but eventually the red dragon wins, and he goes on to say it's a premonition that about the kingdoms. This white dragon is going to be this kingdom that comes to you, and they're going to try to overpower you, but you end up winning because you're the red dragon. And thus they're like, oh, you're magical, you can see the future, and they then rename him to be Merlin. Thus Merlin is born. But there's a lot of reference in the King Arthur tales about the dragon in the land and how it is constantly waking up or having part in the story and the lore of Merlin and King Arthur and the whole mix of it. It's all about these dragons in the land, but they're not metaphorical, they're real to them.
Well, and the Chinese zodiac has the dragon on it. Every other creature on their zodiac is real. So why would we assume that the dragon wasn't real? It's just like a unicorn. When we talk about the unicorn, all throughout history, in art, in books, they talk about the unicorn. There's art of the unicorn from people, like we said before. This side of the world and this side of the world didn't communicate unless a letter was sent by boat, and it took months to get there. So how did an artist here and an artist here both know what a unicorn looked like?
And let's not even forget that Leviathan is a big giant sea dragon. And that again
This is where we
is
started.
is the main thing that again we started on, but this is one of the two main creatures that God created before even us. So on the fifth day of creation. We're there.
There was a Leviathan and there was a behemoth. One was a female and one was a male, and he separated them until the end time for judgment. The Leviathan circles the earth, laying over where the water flows. The behemoth was laid on land. We know good and well some of the rocks that we look at some of the geographical structures we look at are not just dirt or rocks. They're trees, they're giants, they're dragons. That go look at it. There are some mountain ranges which look like whole
Yes.
women laying on their side like they've been
On the
petrified.
island of Crete, there is Dragon Rock, and it looks exactly like a dragon head, little hairs and everything. And then you can see that there is a spinal column that is out and severed, and then several feet behind is more of the rock.
Well, and you have to put size into comparison because we know that now that more people are familiar with Enoch and the things that happened and the things that happened before Noah. It I think the crazy concept to me, maybe this is where I get bothered on some of it. And when I say religion, I mean box religion in a church, brick
Religion.
box. Yeah, boxed religion. From what I remember as a child, it was pretty much God made Adam and Eve. Um, there was sin, the devil come in, talked them into doing something wrong, and God flooded the earth. All that part about those fallen watchers and the Nephilim and the monsters and all of that just kind of get absorbed. It's like it began and then there was a flood. There is a lot of important stuff between these 2 points because our Father in heaven would have not have flooded the whole earth, if it had not been explicit depravity. Like every time there is depravity, he
Yeah.
ixnays something.
Let me ask you guys, have we had a massive, huge flood or like world fire? Or, I mean, there's been moments of judgment that we can argue are obvious judgment, whether, you want to believe the science behind it or not. But when it comes down to it, if we haven't been judged in that manner yet, you better bet it was wild. And here we are coming into a time where it says, in the times of sorrows and in the great tribulation, it's going to be unlike anything that has occurred on this earth.
Yep.
It's going to get worse, you
It's gonna
guys.
get wild. And it tells you Revelation 7. I know there are a lot of you out there now that food doesn't appetize or appeal to you in any way, shape, or form. It has just become absolute basic sustenance that you feel like you need for vitamins and nutrients. Y'all know I'm one of the pickiest eaters on earth and I live on potatoes. My daughter brought me home a baked potato a while ago from McAllister's. I eat it and it just, ugh. It wasn't that it was bad. Don't get me wrong, McAllister's. The potato was fine. It's me. Like
Mm.
I have no urge or no want to eat. Like you sit around and you're like, oh, I'd like to have this or I'd like to have that. No, no.
Last
And then
2 years has been like nonstop, just like ready to fast mode, just
mhm.
constant nausea, don't want to eat. It's just like, no.
Or I have had several moments with things I went to eat and take a bite of it and start chewing and your brain won't let you swallow it. Like it's just you got to spit it out. It's not going to happen. Like we went camping. I normally like smoked sausage, especially grilled on a grill. We went through the whole thing of charcoal and tin foil, and we was going to grill us some smoked sausage. No, me and her both took one bite and spit it out. We took all the sausage and throwed it away. It was just like, no. And there's more and more things that are becoming like that. And
Hmm.
it tells you in Revelation 7 that he will take hunger and thirst. And that's so that when things get lean and thin, that it doesn't hurt the righteous like it does the others. So if you're starting to feel like food holds nothing to you, go read your Bible. It's like everything else we tell you. Go read your Bible. The answer's in there. That's the crazy thing to me. And this is we're kind of getting off subject, but um today has been a blessing. My blessing is because of this. And my best friend sitting on the other side of the screen sent this to me. This, as you can see from all of there's even extra post-it notes for other sections that are coming. But I have learned in the past 8 months that life is not what I thought it was. It doesn't even feel like it used to feel. Like, be still and pray. And I've done a lot of that in the past 30 days. Shannon can tell you there's been a lot of tears shed about some decisions I made in life. But it was the final thing I needed to do to feel like I was correct with upstairs, and I made that choice concretely about a week ago. And I'm not talking about it on air because it's very personal. But anyway, it's a lot. And so as I sit there, even making that decision without a backup plan, it was to change occupations, is what it is, and a lot more to it. But I just got still and prayed about it. And I said, "Nah, I'm done with this." And I said, "It's time to find something new." And as I've sit here for the past week trying to figure out how I was going to pay my bills in 30 days when they come due again without getting on a pole, and I think I'm a little old for that. Listen, these knees, they go into four-wheel drive now. That popping sound is four-wheel drive. We're not getting on there. But anyway, today, as I had prayed about this quite heavily, um, one of the only jobs that I have ever had that I truly enjoyed my job. Like, I never hated going in there in the morning. These people are so awesome. There's a 30-minute required nap time after lunch. I think I got a good chance of getting back in there. And that was the blessing I needed today. It's enough to cover my bills, but not enough responsibility to give me another heart attack. I don't have to be in charge. I don't want to be in charge anymore. I've spent my whole life being in charge of everybody else's businesses. So, but if you'll be still and you'll pray. And that book is your instruction manual. Everything you need guidance for in life. You got a question, go to the Bible. Somebody's talked about it in there. Somebody has given you the answer in that book. It is the instruction manual.
I
There's
know.
dragons in it.
Yeah.
It's a pretty
I
cool book.
know a lot of us have been so very overwhelmed with so much. And that's just the thing is when you start to let go. In Ephesians, it speaks about this. When you stop worrying about it and truly know in the depths of your being that Jesus has got your back. He's not going to you're not going to be destitute. What you need is going to show up. And it's really hard. It's hard to say that when you're overwhelmed. I mean, even with things like your home, like I'm going through right now, like it's taken me years of feeling this overwhelming feeling of there's nothing I can do about this. It's just starting to crush me. Like more and more stuff. It is just getting more and more inundated with stuff and grossness and animals and people. And well, now it's like all of a sudden it's a big change and we're like in a whirlwind to get our life together in this house to finally get our house in order. This is something I've been praying about for years now, but have been just in a total paralysis from being so overwhelmed. And now it's like, wow, I know I still have a ton of work to do, but giving it to God and just finally letting it go and having faith in it, my whole family started getting on board with, all right, we're doing it. And that's what I needed. I can't do it all by myself. It is too much. And that's how it felt for a while. But so we're all going through some overwhelming stuff, especially with those being taken over by AI and jobs.
Oh, yeah, because that's a big part of my whole occupation. Artificial intelligence is taking it. Like, it wiped out the whole accounting department I worked for. And evidently they were saving one bucket load of money because they didn't even have the cojones to tell us that we were being let go until our paychecks didn't come on week. And we're like, oh, we forgot we were supposed to tell y'all a couple of weeks ago. We replaced you with AI. We'll send your last check. Send your equipment back. Well, Roxy, you want your computer? Come get it or send me a box because I'm not driving to you. You didn't have enough courtesy to tell me that my job ended on my weekend while I was off. You want it? Come and get it. You know where it's still sitting at the bottom of the shelf over there. They never sent a box. I don't think they want to send anybody. But no, you gotta just give it up. Just
I give it
pray
up.
about it. Anybody else been in nesting mode? Because I'm telling you, I've been in cleaning mode too. Like I've been going around here where the carpet meets the wall, that crack. I've been going around it with the broom, like digging everything out of it because the vacuum cleaner never gets it. That kind of cleaning baseboards. But yeah, it's
I
I've been
mean, I'm in my room, so I guess I can kind of, but Roxy could tell you, and I think you guys have kind of seen it maybe on a show when I was in bed with my back, but my room has been transformed. It still has a lot of work to do, but holy cannoli, it's like a whole, I got my window back. There's a
her bed was
window.
turned around and was blocking the window.
There's a window. I have a window,
Now,
guys.
now that you have a window, would you like to? We can talk about what we can see tomorrow night, ma'am. While we're
I
on the
think that's
subject,
a
speaking of,
great transition.
yeah,
Mhm. So, we're all aware that tomorrow is August 12th, the infamous August 12th, where we may possibly lose gravity, and I say quote unquote gravity, for 7 point something seconds. And there's going to be 6 planets aligning, a solar eclipse over Greenland and Iceland, and a meteor shower, which guess what? This meteor shower is going to be in rainbow colors, guys. Bet you didn't hear about that one. Yeah, just
yeah.
saying.
It's supposed to be quite the celestial event tomorrow night of all kind of fashions, and just in case, just in case we do lose gravity, get in a doorway of your house. If you're in a street and you feel it letting go, grab a light pole. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. That's about all the safety briefing I got. See, listen, this is how Roxy's safety briefing goes. Do not add to the population. Do not take from the population. Do not end up on the front page of the newspaper, the news, or in a mugshot. If you do, make it a small charge so maybe we can gather up your bail money. That's the only safety briefing I give people. So listen, the best I can give you folks, if the crap hits the fan tomorrow and everything lets loose, grab something anchored.
Yeah. Or we could have an FF, a false, whatever you want to call
False
it.
flag.
Yeah, there's so many things, but when I heard the meteor shower's gonna be rainbow colored, I was like, okay, you just
Shannon,
want to keep adding stuff onto this?
rainbow colored.
Yeah,
Oh,
rainbow colored. Okay, I was like,
I hadn't thought about the rainbow
really?
colored part of it. Supposedly, from interpretations of the end, there will be a rainbow. There will be a rainbow. Like, I mean, I ain't trying to scare nobody, but like, say your prayers tonight. Make sure your shoes is laced up tight. Because, I mean, tomorrow is not promised, but you
No.
better be right in case it ain't. Because I can promise you, I ain't been right. And now I look at all the years that I weren't right, and I'm like, girl, you were so stupid. What if you'd have died? Because I had a lot of close experiences.
Just think, guys, what we see in the sky is not necessarily what is real on a daily basis. I just want to point out something. When you take footage of stuff outside, especially at night, saying you took, video footage of a star or a celestial event or even just the night sky, the moon, any of that stuff. I want you to take that and I want you to blow it up as much as you possibly can. And I want you to pay attention to what you're actually seeing because we've been told so much. Oh, this is pixelization. These are pixels because we can't get a proper picture out of our super high tech whatever
But in the
nonsense.
80s, they could
But
photograph
in the,
Neptune.
thank you, right? Come on, right? So I want you to really study what it is you're looking at because if you just think it is what I see when I look at it, it is alive, it is moving, it is not pixels, it is a living
Frequency.
thing. Then there is things, actual beings and things that come around it. The way it really
And
is not
and
what they
if you're new here, because I know some of you ain't, right here on the screen, Truth Co-op Diana. If you want to go see some videos of the night sky in North Carolina and see this stuff zooming around the sky, Diana has some videos, and this is one of the first places I discovered it. When you zoom in as hard as you can actually see the frequency permeating from these light
moving,
sources.
breathing, living.
It looks like, okay, I don't know, some of you ain't from the country. I don't know. Have you ever seen a June bug on the river? A June bug is them little teeny bugs and they zip across the top of the water like they're skiing and the ripples they create. But you'll have June bugs all over the river in the morning when you go fishing, which is a good thing. It's usually a good fishing day when you got June bugs. Just saying. But that's what these things look like, emanating that vibration, and it's like bumping into each other.
Mhm.
Diana says she sees it.
Right. And then there's too these times where you see these black orb type things popping in and out, moving around and distorting and manipulating the the star or the thing, the object that you're looking at in the sky. And I did this actually in the daytime and I took some of that kind of footage with my eyeballs. I made sure that there were no bugs flying past me or in the view of the camera, and yet you see these things popping up in the atmosphere that look like black spheres, like black nothingness, black goo spheres manipulating the space. And there's this gentleman, I need to find him. I don't know what his handle is. If any of you guys know, he has been taking a laser pointer up into the night sky to prove, because you can really see it. Oh my gosh, can you really see it when you put a laser pointer up in there? It's just like,
I'm trying to see if it let me. It probably won't let me zoom in on the screen that I'm on. This is one of Diana's videos, and she's got oodles of them. And I can just sit and watch her videos sometimes, just watching stuff zipping across the screen. And it is trippy. It's almost surreal, Diana. The view she has up there, see, there's another one right there.
see,
And no, not all of these are planes. Go.
what you need to understand, right, is what you're seeing, what people are believing to be pixelization from the phones that we're using, right? You see it that's moving. This is not pixelization. This is real movement. It's real living matter, if you know what I'm saying. And when you really
Well,
zoom
and
in, you can really
mhm,
see it.
you can see the frequency around them. And Diana's got a couple of them where she like um set the phone still and just let it film for a while, so nothing's moving. So you're seeing all of this stuff just shooting, and it's back and forth, and it's up and down. There's one right there. Like, I sit here like it's a game and play tic-tac-toe of what's going to move next. Because some of this stuff will go from here to here, then here to here, then back. Airplanes don't do this, folks. They don't make, shapes in the sky. They just don't. But go check out Diana's channel. She got some really cool videos on here.
It's like the concept of the nanites in Silo. What you're seeing is a, a another layer of particles and atoms, okay? That is manipulated through frequency and black goo.
Here we go.
See, and even Truth Co-op Diana says laser. She uses a green one. I need to get my laser pointer out tonight. It's happening.
But you see it right here. Look, here comes another one. There's one. Just keep watching, folks. Like, this is one of the most active videos she's got. There's one. This is the one that Shannon and I zoomed in on because there was so much activity, and you can see the frequencies radiating from these things.
Yeah, again, it's not pixelization. I have to really hone this in because I know everyone's skeptic minds are going right to it, but this is just pixelization. No, I promise.
Yeah, you gotta go check out her videos. Do it on, because as we know, for some reason my internet is not the best. It's trying to lock up right now. Oh,
I wonder why. I wonder why.
Chuck, take a break, buddy. Take a break. Take a break. I don't know if it's that or just this crappy computer I got, but now it won't let me out the screen. Yep, I'm stuck. Stuck like Chuck. Stuck like Chuck. But go check out the video.
Me and Broomhilda are we're okay with not being friends. Like I've mentioned, it's a mutual thing.
Oh, I'm back. Look, I'm back again. I did have 27 tabs open, so I closed some.
Still,
Shannon and I have been down to Napoleon, Russia, Romanov, Catherine the Great. Like there's something. We're still stuck. We're still working on the 1800s into the 1900s because there's a lot of stuff that goes on in there in other countries. And that's one thing, like world history that was taught to us. Shannon, would you like to give them the unknown?
The more you unknow.
That's as ghetto as we gonna get on Reading Rainbow right there. What they told us in world history is poop. It's all poop. Like they glazed over it and told you the top of the story. That ain't even getting started on what these people was up to. And of course, a spreadsheet was born on Russian czars and emperors and who took over and why they took over. And like there's one of these dudes, they wanted to kill him, but they was so pansy. They didn't want to kill him. They just wanted him to sign over and abdicate the throne. So these pansies went in and was gonna strangle him with a scarf until he signed. Well, they went too far. He died, which is what they wanted anyway. They said, and this is where the phrase comes from: you got to break a few eggs to make an omelet. Because evidently he was a raging egomaniac that made the whole military dress up every morning at 10 o'clock and do a parade for him.
I look at it this way, as I call them characters because central casting is in our face now. But do you think this is new?
No.
Like this has been a tale as old as time.
Well, let's show them what the White House put out last night on their TikTok page.
Yeah.
Are you prepared, people? Because I think we may actually get sound this time. Hang on. Yeah, we're gonna go camera off for a second and save some bandwidth, and we're gonna watch the White House's TikTok. If it'll play. You can do it, little computer. Okay, now I don't know how many Game of Thrones nerds we got out there. I was a Game of Thrones nerd. That's a big video. That's a bold statement up in that video if you watch Game of Thrones. That is clearly what it's pointing at with the intro song. And it's like any other game of chess. And there's dragons in Game of Thrones, and giants, and an ice wall. And I don't know if you've never seen Game of Thrones.
I have not watched it. I have seen an episode or two.
This book
That is it.
and the books that go with Game of Thrones have some extreme similarities in. Go ahead, Diana. I'm on it, girl. Come on, Khal Drogo is all I can say. Diana knows what I mean. I like me some Khal Drogo. Not the actor, the character. It's different. I think he's one of those, one of them.
I don't want to. Are we talking about Momoa?
We are. We are. It's such a shame. Such a shame.
I can't even look at him. It makes me angry. It's fine.
He was an amazing character in this one that sadly died very shortly into his tenure on Game of Thrones. But when he was there, he was magnificent for the show. Just saying. Anyway, go Team Daenerys. She wrote dragons. She was the mother of dragons. But the whole theory of this show is just like the rest of the world with Napoleon and everybody else. You got these people and these people and these people and these people, and somebody wants what somebody else has got. Either I want your land, I want your resources, I don't like what you believe, and I'm going to come over there and I'm going to rule you, and then you're going to pay me your taxes, and you're going to do what I say to do. And so for this to be such a bold statement that he converted in the Oval Office, the presidential desk, to the Iron Throne, which is a big deal in this movie. Like this whole series is directed about who sits upon the Iron Throne. It is a constant battle for who thought they had the proper family lineage to sit upon that throne and rule.
I want to bring this up right now because we're about to see here very, very, very soon. I cannot tell you exactly when, but we know it soon that the FF is about to go down to warrant war once again, like real sacrificial major war. Remember, there was that one female rabbi back in the atonement thing that happened, what was it, last year, where she comes out and says that sending out your sons as soldiers, it is a sacrifice. And these things are ritual sacrifices to propel the things and the agendas that they have going. Blood sacrifices, it's always been this way. All of these wars that we're bringing up with the character of Napoleon and the characters of all these other old times, right? I can't read that. It's backwards.
Oh.
But um it is bloodshed for a purpose. Wait. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. That's correct. So just do not buy in to this. There was going to be a lot of people gung ho. It's just like in the Twin Towers situation. How many people despised Bush Jr.? Okay. And then, like, literally throwing rotten tomatoes and vegetables at the man's vehicle at inauguration. Just then, all of a sudden, the Twin Towers fall, and everyone's gung ho to fight for America. Okay. And bloodshed. And I knew a lot of people who signed up because of that. So just be aware. They're going to pull up the draft again. They're going to do all kinds of things. And they're after more than just our sons. They are after our daughters now, too. And they're
Well, they
after all of us. If you have a special skill that they need, they're going to draft you. Doesn't matter what age or ailments you have.
they don't care, and if you got ailments and you can't work, they'll just put you in the new mental asylums that they're building. They built them once before when everybody wouldn't get in line and go along with the new narrative after 1815. If y'all were wondering why we brought up 1815 in the year that froze the other day, it's got more about what they do up here than anything else. Because there were people that would not follow that narrative later, and they ended up in mental asylums.
And think about the extent of the black magic influence used to cover things up, the truth up, to set up the illusion for our generations now. Because it takes a couple generations, right? And you got to why are they putting those people in the asylums for remembering? Because they don't want you to remember. We could see the firmament.
Well, and
Just
we've talked about many times, like Super Bowls and things of that nature, about loosh and how it's about harvesting that energy. Imagine what kind of energy was able to be harvested when you had and remember, when I say this, I'm saying this with quotes, global civilization, planet wide, whatever your belief is to whether it's round or flat. It's flat. If you need, we can talk about that later. We ain't got time for that. Not right now. But the Bible tells you that. And imagine the fear and the desperation and the people that would have been willing to sign their soul away to watch their children stop suffering. These people starved to death. Their farm animals starved to death. It wasn't one place close to Indonesia. It was every damn continent on the earth except Russia. They all almost either they froze to death or starved to death. Because you had in North America, in New England area, you had burst of cold air coming out of Canada 8 months after this volcano erupts so cold that birds would freeze mid-flight when the Arctic blast blowed in. It killed all crops. So then there's no hay or grain to feed the cows and horses. So then you end up killing them to eat them, and they're still going to run out.
something that just kind of came to me. I'm not squirreling necessarily, but it's like in the same vein. All the stuff that we're starting to see with our naked eye, in a sense, of things that are changing, or balls going through nets, or all these things, it reminds me of the lying signs and wonders, of the lying miracles that will be performed by said, antichrist and false prophet and all of these things. We are starting to see that play out in real time in front of our eyeballs. And this is how it's working with the use of CERN and magnetics and this black goo and the magic ritual nonsense and blood sacrifice and all of these things. It helps to pop off the real things that are about to really take place. And again, though, God can always intercede.
Anything is possible. Anything is possible. But there is prophecy after prophecy after prophecy being fulfilled, like right now. And I don't know. And like I say, that boxed religion I was fed as a child and growing up, you're constantly being told the end is near, the end is near, the end is near. I've heard that my whole life. I don't think I've ever felt it. The crazy thing is, 6 months ago, I knew it was coming, and it stressed me out. Like it would make me very anxious and overwhelmed. And we've had many days where it was just you cried for 2 days straight thinking about the fact that you can't help some people.
Mhm.
But in the past, I'd say month, there is this peace in knowing that we're doing everything we can to try to help others, to bring one more person closer to Him. That's what our show's about, is to have a community with you guys, and hopefully that one person somewhere comes closer to Him and is more prepared for what's coming.
And just remember, guys, Jesus already won. Jesus
Yes, He did.
already won. We don't have to fret. We don't have to worry. We just have to keep an eye on ourselves, on our walk, and help bring the lost sheep to our shepherd. That's but Jesus won. We don't have to worry about that. We are on the side of the Most High.
I agree, Tina. We need the bells back. Maybe that's one of those side quests we need to go down one day and do more. I mean, we know what the bells were. When you look at the old cathedrals, those were not churches, they were not places of worship. Those were places of healing. You went into the cathedral, which had amazing harmonics due to the phenomenal geometric architecture. They had bells inside. They had pipe organs. That was for a reason. The frequency healed your body. They didn't have hospitals back then. And as soon as all the little, like home remedy and herbalist were bought up, big pharma comes about. These are churches. Then they build hospitals that take you out of the sunlight, put you in a room with fluorescence, pump you full of drugs in a germ filled room that is just a disaster. It's a health problem waiting to happen. What are you
Apparently,
looking at?
apparently Tater Tot wanted to say something.
Oh,
He
the
was
cat.
meowing in the back. Yeah, I was like, I brought the cat castle in my room, you guys.
She's a cat lady.
I'm not a cat lady. I don't have a million cats, but my daughter is a pet collector. So therefore, they're here.
I'm not a pet person. I've never. I had one dog that I really liked. Well, I've had a couple of dogs, but I had one dog that was special. But after that one, I won't never have another one. You used to be able to hear the church bells all the way out here. There are no church bells anymore because I realized the other day there's a church in town, and I used to live in like small town America, Now it's a small town with quadruple the people crammed into it, so it ain't is busting at the seams. But the church, it's now a synthesized recording of the church bells. It's not even an actual bell.
They
It's just like an
still
MP3.
they still have one church in Redlands that still rings a real bell.
What church is that?
Just one. I can't remember the name of it, but I'll look it up and I'll let you guys know by the next show. Just remind me. But they still play the one bell in that town. And again, they're changing up a lot of things. It's going to be a smart city very, very soon by 2028. So I don't know how much longer they're going to play it, but I should record it. I should
Okay,
record.
Miss K needs prayers. So we're asking everybody to pray for Miss K. She needs to be kept in prayers. So Shannon, would you like to say a prayer for Miss K?
Dear Lord Jesus Christ, we lift Miss K up to you right now in healing and in love and in whatever it is that she may need right now. We love you, Miss K, and we love you, Jesus. please, please surround your arms with all of us right now. We are truly fighting the good fight for you, Jesus Christ. We may stumble, we may fall, but our hearts are with you until the end. So please keep us in your arms as we journey through the coming insanity that's upon us all. And we really truly lift Miss K up to you right now. Amen.
Amen. We're here, Miss K. If you need something, boo boo, we here. If whatever. Here's a hug. Here's a hug. We love Miss K. Miss K's been with us since the beginning. Miss K don't see us for a day or two. She's hitting up the community board like, where y'all at? I'm like, right here. We'll be there. We'll be there. But we love Miss K. We love all you guys because
Yes.
most of you are our regulars that have been here forever. If you're new to the crowd, you don't want to talk and chat, just hit a period. Let us see your
Right.
username. Let us see that you're there. We like to know who our regulars are because we've all kind of become a family around here.
And we do
And
check in on you. It's a thing. We
actually,
actually
yeah, yeah,
really
yeah.
do.
Where's my fella at? Big E ain't in the room. He'll watch this
I know
later.
we got a new
Yeah,
puppy.
he got the
I didn't
cutest
get to
puppy.
see it. I didn't
It's
get to
in
see.
Discord. He
No, I
posted a
gotta
picture
look.
in Discord.
I've been trying to fix up my house. Today is like the first day I sat and worked and did resting stuff, and I gotta get back to it after this. Ah.
That is awesome, Diana. That is amazing. Yeah, it tells you that it will be visible by your fruit.
I got a period from Rye.
You got a
Just so you
period?
know.
You dingy dong. I said in the chat, not on the phone. We know you on the phone, boo boo. We love you, Rye. We hope you're feeling better. We love Rye.
Yeah.
He's our other Care Bear.
Mhm. The
We love
teal
you,
one.
Rye. Yeah, he's the teal one. Sparkly teal one. I was reading his message about Chuck. But what was I saying? Ryan done distracted me.
We were talking
Ladybug.
about
Fruit.
people and
Fruit.
fruit. Just
Fruit.
kidding. It's fruit, not people.
Fruit. A limb with heavy fruit will be lower. It will be heavy. Spread your fruit around. Be good to your neighbor. Stop and ask if you can volunteer somewhere. Reach out to somebody you ain't heard from in a while. You ain't got no beef with them. You ain't heard from them in a while. Reach out like, hey, you crossed my mind. Sometimes that's all it takes. Like, hey, you crossed my mind. Hope all is well. You don't have to invite a conversation or a long winded visit. Just let that person know they were on your mind.
And you know what? It's okay if you feel the need to write out a sign and go to the corner that may say repent, the end is nigh. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just if you so feel the need, don't feel crazy. It's okay. We all feel it. I
We all
might
feel it,
I
baby.
might be out
We
there
are the
on the corner.
5150 Club, and if you don't know what 5150 is, we'll get you a T-shirt.
I kid you not, guys. I would actually be on the corner doing something like that, but my children would never let that go. So I'll wait till they're no longer in my house to, to be that embarrassing. Yeah.
That's awesome, Diana. Yeah, it's good to get to know your neighbors because I mean, back when I was growing up, where I grew up, 2.5 mile stretch of road, I knew everybody. Like if I started at my mom and dad's house and went to my grandma's, I had four neighbors that had seen me pass, and if I was not at my grandma's, she'd start calling down the line. Did you see her go by? She's supposed to be on her bicycle. Why, yes, she's up under my carport eating popsicles. Like I'll send her on. That's the way life worked back then. It don't work like that no more.
Hey, St. John, I just saw you pop up in there. We totally talked about the Project Anchor bit earlier, but he was giving the time 10:33 Eastern Standard Time is when it's supposed to happen, which again,
Listen
take
now.
that what you will. But I,
Y'all know
hey,
I'm
St. John, we had him on Supernatural a while back ago, so I just wanted to say, hey, what up?
what's up on me? Tomorrow night at 10:30, which would put most of us Easterners within our, possible bedtime. So
It's in the morning. It's supposed to be in the morning,
oh, is that AM?
a.m.
Oh my.
Mm-hmm.
People
Maybe
plugging away at
people
the job and
shouldn't
just
go to
load
work.
off.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. Because I don't know how real this is. Like, I cannot sit here and tell you I know or Roxy knows for a fact that any of this is going to happen.
There's some
But I guess,
shenanigans going down tomorrow though.
again, it's better to be prepared than
Find a
scared. I
doorway, grab a light pole, hug a tree. Like
maybe
the
send an
trick here
alarm.
is friction. Like friction. Um, and just in case you have to grab onto a street pole, clothing is not your friend. If you wearing long breeches, I need you to hitch them breeches up and make you some skin contact on that pole like a stripper. I mean, we looking for friction, baby.
Although, although, if you are in the buff, you might want to protect certain
Some
parts.
giblets, protect the giblets. Okay, everybody, tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, put on your bra and drawers. Don't be naked when this happens because, like, yeah, get your bubble wrap out and wrap up your giblets. But you're gonna need skin for friction against other objects to hold on when we all go helium ballooning.
Can you believe we are having this actual conversation? It's like like little kid me is going, no way, this is
I
kiss,
don't trust
yes.
these morons with CERN. I just don't. I mean, I don't know what they might not or be able to do with magnetism. And like you talking about your FF that might happen.
Are we all gonna slam into the firmament? Like
No,
what?
it's only gonna be 7.5 seconds, but you would be probably 10 to 12 stories at that point when you come slamming back down. Like if this was to happen and you was just standing out in the middle of the street and bam, it happens, density is going to play a lot with what it's like anything else. It's going to float higher, faster, dependent upon its weight. I don't trust what these morons may or may not be able to do with CERN because we know there's more than one CERN. CERN is Big Mama, but there's at least four more of those bad boys out there humming. Particle accelerators, three within the US that we know of in
Well,
these deep underground.
is it possible? Yes, I'm sure anything is possible at this moment in time.
We
But
know that they
what would
have a
be the
plane.
purpose? What would be the purpose?
Chaos. Chaos.
Okay, this is what I'm curious. Okay, you're talking if we lose the hold, the glue that brings us to this plane of existence, because I can't even necessarily call it gravity
It's
specifically,
not gravity, it's magnetism.
right?
They're going
So,
they're
like,
going
is but like everything we're talking trees rooted out of the mountain, like are or is it just going to be us? Because I mean, this is what I'm saying. Like, how are they going to differentiate from that? How? Questions. I got questions. So many.
well, I think with all right, now we're gonna go down this
Physics, guys. Physics.
we're gonna go down this probable possibility in 7.5 seconds. It would not okay, everything that's anchored to the earth.
Oh, what about the ocean?
True that. True that. See, I ain't thought about that. Ain't thought about that. I'm thinking about cars and you know, stuff that's not like screwed down. I ain't thought about the ocean. Oh my.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like, what is like how? What is going on, guys? The fact that we're even having this talk, like we actually have to contemplate this, is wild.
Listen, but okay. Roxy safety briefing. Wear short breeches so you can get them up on your thighs so you can grab the closest thing to you and create some friction with your thighs as you wrap around it. That's all I got for you, folks. Like, hit your britches. Get some skin contact like them strippers do. You bound to stick to a pole somewhere. Do what you can. Like, I don't need, this is almost absurd.
It is absurd. It's what I'm saying. Like the fact that we're even having this conversation, the fact that this got brought up into the public eye and ear at all, just
All
in
right.
general. In
Well,
general.
Well, think about the airplanes we looked at, the TRB-3 and the 5AC and the inter interstellar shuttle. Like they introduced this thing like it's the subway from LA to, South Carolina, coast to coast, less than a minute, pulling 55 Gs at top speed. That would disintegrate you on a molecular level if you were a part of that. They have figured out how to reduce all force of gravity, magnetism, against the body with mercury and magnets. That's why those triangle planes have a circle in the middle. That is a circle like we showed the other night with magnets and mercury. That the effects within that pod, there is no effect on a human being taking a right turn at 23 Gs. Who's to say what they could do to us tomorrow?
Should I just wait to finish up organizing and
You
putting
should
stuff away?
10:34 a.m. Listen, okay, you're on the West Coast, boo boo. So you got
Just
3
wait
hours.
till tomorrow?
So if you wake up tomorrow, you can clean again. I would just pause all cleaning until that moment.
That's good. That's great
If you don't
excuse.
wake up
I'm
dead, you made it.
sorry, but I'm just gonna wait to make sure we don't lose
One,
magnetism
one small tip, baby. I shut
tomorrow.
that
It's
ceiling
all
fan
right.
off before I went to sleep. Because that could be dangerous if you float. Dong, 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 dong.
Girl, I already thought about that. I was thinking about as I'm looking at it above my head. I'm like, ooh, gotta turn that off. Yeah.
Yeah, I would turn that off. There's no actual proof that Project Anchor is real, but hey, you never know. It's 7 seconds.
Right.
Listen, NASA is nothing but a money funnel. Just in case anybody didn't hear that, it's a money funnel. Much like that lottery that people buy tickets into. If you don't understand the fact that old E-Boy that had an island over there, He hit it not once, not twice, but 3 times. Hit the Powerball 3 times. But it's real. It's legitimate. No, it's not. It's how they funnel money into Black Ops and DOD. Did you know? All right, we done squirreled now because the pen is working. Did you know the Department of Defense has a new program they're fixing to put into the public education system on micro robotics. In order for the parents to allow their children to be in the program, they now have to sign a waiver, which is written by the Department of Defense, that it is to monitor how young children act around microelectronics.
Oh, interesting.
St. John, you watching Silo? I started watching it again last night, baby. Episode number 1 done caught 3 things I didn't see first time round. Done got my mama hooked. She like a crackhead over there watching Silo right now without me.
Yep. Because the sky, what you see is not what's really there.
Told y'all Silo was good. Like Silo equates to the real world right now. The Truman Show. You got 7 seconds to clean your feelings. Ceiling fan tomorrow, Shannon. Kent, are you saying her ceiling fan's dirty?
Hey, I actually just cleaned the blades, but it probably could use a little more on the fan part. But yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. In the e-files, yeah. There's all kind of stuff in there about lotteries. Like where
Mhm.
not all this money that they put into all these projects, these dark projects, not all of them come from NASA and places like that. They're taking it from the Powerball, the Mega Millions, this is all places.
So we're just paying for everything. We have funded so much disgustingness.
Ain't
I
it?
hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Ain't it?
I
Unless you got
just,
excited being
if
light.
you could work under the table, guys, I'd do it. Just, I'm
No, that's
not,
just called
it's not
bartering.
legal advice.
Just
Just throwing
barter.
that out there.
Government can't tax barter. Now, if whatever I got in my hand, I'm crooked of the camera, y'all. Whether it happened to be this or it happened to be some of that. If I trade you mine for yours, that's bartering. Doesn't matter what the value of yours is versus mine. If we agree to barter, we can barter. So if I trade you this for this, we've now bartered. I traded you what I own because this is just a promissory note. It's just a piece of paper. It's I could trade you this piece of paper
It's
for
a
this.
spell. It's not even just a piece of paper, it's a spell.
Might take more than 7 seconds if it's on. Yeah, it might take her more than 7 seconds to clean that fan if it's on. Then again, it could be the ride of her life. She could look like she does on the back of that dragon on our thumbnail.
I,
Like, I
I,
want to see camera footage set up in Shannon's bedroom tomorrow.
how about you all worry about yourself? What you're going to be able to do with your ceiling in your 7 seconds.
Well, just imagine that everything in the room with you is going to be flying up in the air and it's going to come down. So maybe a second clue to the hitching of your britches for the stripper legs is you might want to strap a pillow on your head and face or a helmet. See, I have my Harley helmet right here. It's never far away. So
I'm
I've got my
literally
bike
just,
helmet there. Strap a
this is
pillow
can't
on.
be, this can't be real. This literally just can't be
I
real.
hope this is all just a funny story. I hope it is. I hope we all get in our.
It has to be. It has to be. I just,
But the
yeah.
insanity is that we have to think for a
I
second that it
know.
might not be.
I know. That's what
They lie to us so bad we don't know what crap is real and what ain't.
the fact that we have to prepare to fly in the sky.
You got to be prepared for everything.
Hey,
You're gonna
you
need
know
to know
what? I've
how
always wanted to fly. Let's go. You know what? I'm gonna roll with it. I'm gonna
I
roll with it.
believe I can fly. I
Never
believe I can
knew I
touch
can
the
touch a
sky.
sky. Oh gosh, no, not R. Kelly.
Uh, this is a simulation, Diana. But I think we all signed up for this simulation before we came here to experience what we experienced and to bring us closer to our Father in heaven.
I
But
think
I'm just
I'm
saying, in my best, I hope you forgive me, Jesus, trying to tell people to be naked tomorrow. Just cover up your giblets and keep the rest of you naked because you're gonna have more friction with skin contact and other stuff like doorways, light poles, trees. Like if you wearing slick clothes, you could just slide right off. I mean,
I'm
listen,
speaking.
strippers are safe tomorrow unless they're wearing their spiky shoes. Just saying. They know how this is gonna go down.
Better hope they have the morning shift then. Jeez.
Oh yeah, they'll probably all be sleeping in. Look, all the strippers gonna be dead. We might have puffed up past too hard tonight, guys. Hmm. I hope nobody dies. I hope everybody makes it safely through their mid-morning break tomorrow with no interruption in magnetism upon the planet that we live on.
Well, if anything, we get to see rainbow lights and these quote
Listen,
unquote planets
if you
lining
ain't
up
seeing some
and
damn stars after you fell out of gravity and went badoink a doink back on the earth, you can see some stars tomorrow night. So
so
either way, you're gonna get to see stars.
wait. Question. Is
Okay.
this happening like actually in the wee hours of our morning? Or is it tomorrow that we're gonna see it?
What, the solar eclipse?
Well, not the solar eclipse, but the well, I guess that answers because the nighttime. It's hard to say what time certain things are seen in the sky at certain times, and depending on the time it is at night will determine the actual date. You know what I'm
Um,
saying? So I didn't know what the if the celestial events were something that we are going to see, like 3 a.m. or the next day.
I'm looking now, ma'am.
Like I get that the gravity thing is in the morning tomorrow,
Okay.
and I
Yours
get
I'm gonna read you this very, very okay. 6 planet alignment called the Planet Parade will be 30 to 60 minutes before your local sunrise tomorrow. What to see? Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn are visible to the naked eye. Uranus and Neptune, you're going to need binoculars or a telescope. Okay? The solar eclipse and new moon. When to look? Afternoon hours. The new moon exact phase peaks at 1:37 p.m. Eastern Time. A total solar eclipse occurs in part of the Arctic, Greenland, Iceland, and Spain, with partial visibility stretching into the parts of North America. Your meteor shower from midnight through dawn, once complete darkness has fallen, up to 100 meteors per hour under a moonless, dark sky.
so technically the meteor shower doesn't start until the 13th. Then, if it's at midnight,
Yes.
okay, that's what I was trying to understand is the exact date
Is
and
it tonight after
times.
midnight or tomorrow after midnight? Yeah.
Right,
I'm assuming it's tomorrow night.
got it, got
Iceland will
it.
be visible for 12 minutes. Diana is on this. So is St. John. Eclipse is at 12:46 afternoon Eastern Time. So, approximately 2 hours after you bump your head on the ceiling and you stop seeing stars, there will be an eclipse. Just saying. Then, after you have been blinded from looking at this eclipse and you know you ain't supposed to, tomorrow night you can see stars in a
If you,
rainbow effect.
if you live in Greenland or some parts of Spain or Iceland, of course,
And if you
because
don't get on the internet, because somebody somewhere is
are
putting it out
we
there.
Are we seeing a partial one? Does anyone know if we're seeing any activity in the sun, or like here? Like, I know it won't be a complete one, but
Um, the basically it says from my zip code. My zip code.
mhm.
Uh, Tomorrow, the major celestial event is the peak of the meteor shower, added by a new moon providing dark skies. New moon, everybody. New moon. It's time.
I
Major
thought it was
celestial.
full moon.
Uh, Depending upon your schedule, the moon is changing. If you ain't done that lately, make sure you are. Viewing locally, Mercury rises at 5:17 a.m. and sets at 7:14. Saturn rises late in the evening. Best viewing window midnight to dawn from the 12th to 13th. Some meteors will be visible after 10 p.m. once fully dark. Roxy will be in the bed. That is a Wednesday night. No, I'll be in the bed. Y'all gonna have to tell me about that. I'm gonna be snoozing. I probably putting lotion on my legs from hitching up my britches to hold on to that pole not to float off the earth. New moon. Yeah, no moon. New moon is no moon. Okay. Oh, Shannon then got kicked out and come back in. Chuck messing with you or Broomhilda?
Actually, I just forgot to turn off or put the do not disturb on, and my mom just tried to call. Sorry, mom, probably not watching, but just in case, I'm on a show right now.
Well, if she was watching, she would have known. Maybe she had a commentary she was trying to get in with us.
Doubt
Oh, I
it. She
just caught a
did.
cramp in my back sitting in
Mm,
this chair. Oh yeah, I don't think I'm gonna see much of it because even what's happening, Roxy gonna be asleep because like 10 o'clock, my phone goes in silent mode. Like ain't nobody getting through but Shannon, my mama, and my kids.
well, I'll be up. I'll be up. I'll
Cause
be
like anybody else, I'm sorry, I love y'all, but y'all gonna have to talk to me next morning because I like to sleep. Cause I get up like right after 5 o'clock every day of the week. It don't matter what I done the night before, how much or little I had. I'm up at 5:21 every day. Very late in the deep of night. Diana, if you up, baby, you video it and I will go watch it because I'm telling you, I will be cutting logs at that time.
I know I'll be. I'll even if I have. I'll set an alarm. I'm that guy. I'll totally do that.
I'm not a late nighter anymore. Like somebody said something to me the other day about going out. I'm like, look here, we're gonna have to reframe this whole thing of us going out as girlfriends because we didn't used to leave home till 9 or 10 o'clock at night. Like you took all evening to get ready, girl. And no, I want to be home at 9:30 at night. Like we can go through happy hour and get some cheap food.
Why do you think the older we get, the more we just want to do brunch?
Brunch sounds good. Have you seen some of these singing brunches?
No,
These
but
women singing brunches? I want to do one of those.
let's go.
Girl, where we gonna meet in the middle? We need us one of them interstellar shuttle buses. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. My friend up there. On my list with my helicopter, I'm gonna need one of them interstellar transports. Just ixnay the helicopter. I want the interstellar transport. Like a mini version. Because I'm small and I don't know about my parking skills with that big monster. Unless you're gonna get me a pilot, of course. Make sure he's tall and handsome, just saying.
Or at least if we could just like, meet together in consciousness or something. I don't know. So I don't know.
I don't think an astral projected brunch would be the same, Shannon. I just don't. I think we would be missing something to astral project. Listen, if I could astral project and meet you in the middle, why wouldn't I just astral project and go there?
We still got to work on our telepathic
We
skills.
ain't had time to work on our telepathic skills. Life be lifing lately. Life has been lifing. Yeah, I'm a homebody too, Diana. Like, I like going out and girlfriends, and here a few weeks ago went out with like the cheerleading team and their moms from my daughter's high school, and went camping. And I go out with my niece slash bonus daughter sometimes. Um, her feller rides a motorcycle with a bunch of his other friends that happen to all wear the same outfit when they ride said iron horses, not affiliated with any of the big ones. They are a club. They're a group, not a club. This is a bunch of old men who want to go ride their motorcycles because they're retired. Anyway, but yeah, I'm all about like let's do this early and be home by 9:30.
I
Yeah.
don't know about that early, but I'm a good bruncher.
Well,
I can
see,
still
like,
sleep in enough, but
well,
you
see,
know.
I don't sleep in. See, when Shannon calls me at lunch, which you got to realize there's a 3 hour difference. So I've already been up 6 or 7 hours and killed the battery on this app sucker with research one time sitting on the porch. And it's plugged in, and Shannon calls. I'm like, oh, battery's gonna die. We can't do FaceTime. I can't see you. I don't have enough juice.
Yeah, it's usually between 8 and 9 a.m. that I'm up.
Yeah, which puts it at lunchtime my time. So by then I've been up a good 6 hours down a rabbit hole somewhere. But she's up much later at night than I am.
Yeah, I can't ever sleep ever. Problem.
Now my sister's texting me. She said, what are you doing? I'm on air, girl, talking about you. I'm telling her that, talking about you. Or to
Well,
tell
that's
her,
okay.
you should tune in and listen. Y'all, I'm a horrible sister. She loves me.
Well, we've been at this for a good hour and a half. We should probably start the transition of ending the show, but
We're
you
gonna
know,
speed that along. Hey, there's kids making brownies up, and this sounds weird to say, upstairs in my kitchen. My kitchen is on the second floor, y'all. I'm not in the basement. I'm on the first floor. The kitchen is on the second floor. It is a split level. But to go from here to the kitchen to back to this position on the other floor, it's a walk. Like I don't go up there. I want a mini fridge.
I love mine. Anyways, I just look, we know something. Something is going to happen. It's too big of a high ritual, nonsensical moment in time. Whether it's created by them or not, we are not sure. But regardless, be on the up and up, pray up, keep yourself bubble wrapped if you can, I guess.
Short britches.
So
Short britches for skin contact.
but just don't fear it,
Yeah.
because that in a sense is to me what a big part of all of this is. And we got this, you know. Nobody is promised tomorrow. You don't have to stress about if you're going to be around or not, because then we just get to be with Jesus that much sooner. So what are you stressed about? If we wake up in the morning, fantastic. It's another day to give glory to Jesus and bring more souls to the Savior. But you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't need to be stressing. It'll definitely be entertaining. It'll
It
be
is what it is.
something.
This
It'll
is
be something if it
this is when
happens.
it comes down to the point of it is what it is. It'll be what it'll be. God did not put a steering wheel in Noah's boat, folks. He told him how to build it, how tall, how wide, how many floors, what to cover it with, everything. There's no steering wheel in the boat. Let Jesus take the wheel. You're not supposed to be driving. Pray, give it up, let it go, and trust in his plan. That book I keep showing you, 11,776 cross references of documentation and information, and none of them are wrong. That is divine creation in and of itself in that instruction manual.
Right.
Hey, Mike. It's
I
okay to be late, buddy. Go back to the beginning and watch.
Yeah.
We're about to get off. We got silly because we was talking about people getting half naked and holding on to light poles so they don't float off in the morning, baby. I hope your wife is good. I hope you're good. Thank you all for coming tonight. And if we didn't say hey, because I know some of you come in a few minutes late, I'm on it tonight, y'all. Me and this fabulous device right here, we feel good. We're thankful. We're grateful. Be still and
Grateful.
pray. If you are in a spot of gratitude, you cannot be in a situation of anxiety. So when you feel yourself getting worked up, stressed, worried, concerned, I am grateful. And if you can't say you're grateful for anything, I am grateful for the air that I breathe. I am grateful for the clothes on my body. I'm grateful for the food I ate today. I'm grateful for the people I know. I'm grateful for our audience, for this wonderful show to be an outlet to helpfully hope and bring somebody closer to our Father.
And I can tell you, I am grateful for finding joy in the most absurd and ridiculous moments in life.
You gotta laugh. You gotta laugh. Laughter is contagious.
I mean, if anything, this whole conversation was a good laugh.
It was a good laugh. We haven't had a good giggle fest in a while on here. We started out. There's dragons in the Bible, folks, and we got proof, and we know we scrolled off, but they're in there. They ain't no lie. They're not T Rexes. They're more like an ostrich. So now our next question becomes: if a dragon was edible, did it taste like chicken? uh, we love you. We're gone. Does dragon taste like chicken? We love you.
I
Good
guess
night.
we'll find out, right? In the end,
We're gonna find out.
Leviathan and Behemoth.
Gator tastes like chicken, so dragon might taste like chicken.